Welcome to Auto Insights, where we break down the stories behind the machines that shaped the world. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic names in motorcycling history, Harley Davidson. The name alone evokes images of roaring engines, chrome, and the spirit of freedom on two wheels. For decades, the iconic motorcycle brand was the embodiment of American culture, rugged, rebellious, and unstoppable. But today, that roar is fading. Sales are plummeting, dealerships are closing, and younger generations aren't as interested in the legendary brand. So, what went wrong with Harley Davidson, a company that once symbolized the very essence of the open road? The rise of a legend. Founded in 1903, Harley Davidson quickly became more than just a motorcycle brand. It became a symbol of American freedom and toughness. Over the years, the company's machines powered soldiers during World War II and became the centerpiece of rebellious biker culture in the 60s and 70s. Movies like Easy Rider cemented Harley's status as a cultural icon. From the booming post-war years to the surge in popularity among counterculture figures, Harley was the motorcycle to own. For decades, Harley Davidson wasn't just a brand, it was a movement. It represented power, independence, and a lifestyle that few could match. But as time passed, the world began to change, and so did Harley's customers. Cracks in the chrome. By the early 2000s, cracks began to appear in Harley-Davidson's shiny exterior. The typical Harley buyer was aging, with the average customer now well over 50 years old. Meanwhile, the younger generation was shifting toward other brands, like Japanese and British manufacturers, which offered sleek, lightweight motorcycles at more affordable prices. But perhaps the most telling sign of Harley's struggles was the rise of electric bikes, which appealed to a new, environmentally conscious generation. While competitors like Yamaha, Honda, and Ducati released bikes that were faster, lighter, and more affordable, Harley stuck with its classic, heavyweight cruisers. These bikes often came with a hefty price tag, upwards of $20,000, putting them out of reach for younger buyers, the demographic that was rapidly becoming the future of motorcycling. The problem wasn't just about the bikes, it was about the lifestyle. Harley-Davidson's identity had always been about more than the machine itself. But what happens when that lifestyle no longer resonates with the next generation? Harley hadn't yet figured out how to adapt. Missed opportunities. In an attempt to reinvent itself, Harley-Davidson launched the LiveWire, an electric motorcycle aimed at attracting younger, tech-savvy riders. However, priced at nearly $30,000, the LiveWire was too expensive for most young riders who were looking for more affordable options. While it was an admirable attempt at embracing the future of transportation, it was too little, too late. Harley also introduced the Street Series, smaller bikes designed to appeal to new riders. Unfortunately, these models didn't generate much excitement either. The design was uninspiring and the performance failed to meet expectations. Instead of successfully evolving, Harley seemed to be doubling down on its nostalgic appeal, trying to hold onto a legacy that didn't hold the same significance for the younger generation. Nostalgia is powerful, but it can only take a brand so far. It's clear that Harley-Davidson was struggling to connect with the younger audience, even as competitors embraced innovation and evolution. Financial freefall. From 2014 to 2023, Harley-Davidson's U.S. sales dropped by over 40%. Factories slowed production, and dealerships shut down across the country. The stock price, once a solid performer, was on a slow but steady decline. Meanwhile, other brands like BMW and Triumph were expanding rapidly in markets around the globe, especially in Asia and Europe. But Harley failed to keep pace, unable to tap into these lucrative international markets, where smaller, more affordable bikes were in higher demand. As a result, Harley-Davidson's market share continued to erode, and its once proud position as the world leader in heavyweight motorcycles began to slip away. The company's attempt to stay relevant with high-priced models and limited diversification simply didn't meet the needs of today's motorcycle enthusiasts. Is this the end? Despite the challenges, Harley Davidson isn't giving up without a fight. The company has launched the Pan America, an adventure bike designed to attract a broader audience. While the Pan America has received positive reviews and helped refresh the brand's image, it's uncertain whether this new model will be enough to reverse Harley's fortunes in the long term. Additionally, Harley spun off LiveWire into its own standalone brand, signaling a more focused effort to break into the electric vehicle market. With global demand for electric bikes on the rise, Harley Davidson may be positioning itself to be a serious contender in the space, but again, it's not clear if they can catch up to more established players like Zero Motorcycles. While the company is trying to evolve, there's a looming question: can Harley truly reinvent itself, or is it simply chasing a fading legacy? Only time will tell if these efforts will be enough to turn things around. Conclusion: Harley Davidson changed the world of motorcycles forever, and its impact on American culture cannot be overstated. But in a world that's becoming faster, quieter, and increasingly focused on younger, environmentally conscious riders, can the brand continue to ride high? Or has Harley Davidson's time come and gone? So, what do you think? Is Harley still king of the road? Or is it time for the brand to accept that its glory days are behind it? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, ride safe. Thanks for watching Auto Insights.